It's finally happening, the finale episode. Welcome everyone to a world of swords, sorcery, and sweat. Welcome to your D&D workout. You guys, I cannot believe we are already at episode 12, our season finale for this. I want to look back on different episodes and see how differently my beard looks in each one. And I'm already seeing people checking in. So good to see you guys already logging in. If you've been here before, say hi. Introduce yourselves too. Say what your home Ren Fair is or what state you're coming in from. And if you are brand new, welcome. I would love to know that you are brand new and what you love to nerd out about. Which is, I think, half the reason we're here is to have a little bit of like nerd get together. Which is super awesome. I want to see if I get this all figured out correct this time. My buddy Alan isn't here to give me the skinny, as per usual. This is so much fun. I already see Laura on here too. Hey Laura, welcome back for another one. Good to see your smiling face and your profile pic. So tonight's episode is kind of special too. Not only is it our season finale, but speaking of seasons, we are now officially entering August, which according to my wife means it's okay to start celebrating Halloween. Yes, she is that into Halloween. That is what she nerds out about, hardcore. So because we are fighting a bunch of undead tonight, facing the Lich King, and my wife said we have to start celebrating Halloween. Have to. Very important word choice there. We're gonna start off with some Halloween jokes as everybody is logging in. So this first one's gonna go to see who I see next on here. Maria, awesome, from Carolina Ren Fair. God, we love that show. So Maria, first Halloween joke goes out to you. Why did the ghost go to the bar? He went there for the booze. He's gonna get sheet-faced. Oh, buckle up, everybody. There is going to be so many bad puns tonight. And Bambi's on here saying Halloween now. Yes, that is so my wife. And Casey's on here. Hey, Casey. Good to see you also from out in North Carolina. So, Casey, what do you call 6 witches in a jacuzzi? A self-cleaning coven. Yup. Oh, and Cheryl's here. Hey, Cheryl! Our famous sorceress Myers, Cheryl Myers. Good to have you on here. Our first big bad guy from season 1, named after her. So, Cheryl, what did the autopsy report say about the man that was crushed by a giant prize-winning pumpkin? A man crushed by a giant prize-winning pumpkin. It said he was gored to death. The pumpkin was squashed. So many of them. And Elizabeth on here saying hi from Bristol and Chicagoland. I see my buddy Allie on here too from up in Chicago. Missing her. Listening as you drive home from work. Hopefully I can make that drive home more fun. If you do all of the exercises while also driving through Chicago traffic, you gain 5 extra levels. You will also probably murder so many people, so that might be a bad choice. Oh, Vanessa from Maryland! Hey, Vanessa! Missing Maryland and all the good seafood out that way. So, Maryland, what is a vampire's favorite flavor of ice cream? Vanilla. Oh, somebody's gonna cut me if I don't stop these. Yes, Russell, the bad puns have begun. I'm sure John Brody is out there already keeping count of how many of these terrible ones I do. Oh, my buddy Grant, who is our famous Captain Grant Harkness, our smuggler, named after Grant. So last one, Grant, this one goes out to you, bud. This is also for all of my fellow full-grown adult 12-year-olds that just love terrible jokes. So why can't a ghost have any children? It's because he has a Halloweenie. I think it's a good one to end on. All right, you guys. So welcome to tonight's big episode, our grand finale. Oh, we already got a tip in. Leah, named for Dame Leah Juster, thank you for the tip. Super appreciate you. So this is our finale episode, you guys. How have you guys liked it so far? Has it been a fun ride? Have you been making it through all the episodes? I'd love to know how you guys have been digging on it. And if you're excited to face the Lich King. So what's going to happen tonight, guys, is after the warm-up, this is a special one. So after the warm-up, we are going to be doing a workout that is all sword-based. Sword-based workout. So you want to make sure you've got something prepared for that. It could be a sword, a katana, a lightsaber, a bottle of water, your cat, anything you can hold with one hand that will create some resistance. For me, I'm going to be making use of one of our juggling knives for my workout. I named this particular juggling knife the Good News, so I can knock on people's door and say, hey, let me tell you about the good news. Our Lord and Stabbier. I love that timed out right as Melissa tipped. So Melissa, I'm going to imagine that that tip was for this tip right here. Thank you so much, Melissa. So guys, you're going to have your item ready for that. Feel free to grab anything you want to use, as long as it has a little bit of weight to it. When we get to the workout itself, after the warm-up section, there's going to be levels to the workout, so you can choose your own difficulty. If you're brand new to working out, welcome. You can totally get through this workout. Level 1 is the one you want to go with. It's going to be very accessible, low impact, easy on the joints, the wrists, the knees. Oh, and Ricky, thank you for the tip. That's our very own Rin Tin Ricky, our hero's animal companion, the battle corgi. Thank you, brother, for being so supportive. I miss playing D&D with you in person, bud. So you are going to have levels to choose from. Level 1's for brand new. Level 3 is if you've been working out for a little while and you want to push yourselves. Level 5 is the hardcore. That's if you want to really push yourself today and get a wicked sweat going on. And Annette is saying, so fun. Every workout is different. Thank you for appreciating that. I've been trying to make sure I have something new to surprise you guys with every couple of these workouts and mix it up. And my buddy Chris Peterson is on. That is our chiropractor from Bristol, one of the nicest humans I've ever met. Great to see you on here, bud. So let's see where we're at. So we're going to have those, and feel free to modify as we go. If you happen to have bad knees, then only slightly bend into the squats, or put a pillow beneath your knee as we do different workouts. If you have difficulty with your wrists, do things on your knuckles or your forearms. Modify it to make this your workout. Guys, it's time. That's everything I have to cover. Now we're going to get into the previously on in case you are brand new or if there is something you maybe missed in one of the episodes. Fair warning, this previously on is a little bit long because this is the season finale. We got a lot to cover. So get yourselves to your feet and let's get our butts moving. So starting off with a gentle march while we go through the previously on and get all caught up. So you are the Wayfarer, a magical warrior that travels the land trying to keep peace between the many warring nations and races of our fantasy world. You discovered that the Lich King planned to unleash the army of the damned. All he needs is Queen Sandra's blood to complete his ritual. He unleashed a goblin horde and the incredibly powerful Sorceress Myers. You defeated the sorceress, freed her dragon Reinhardt, and made friends with a badass spy named Dame Juster and a pony-sized battle corgi named Rin Tin Ricky. Despite your heroic efforts, the goblins managed to get some of the queen's blood on a sword and escaped. The only option left was to go to the Lich King's center of power within the spectral swamplands and stop him before the ritual is complete. I'm going to crank up this music a little bit. To survive going to this crazy land, you needed to get some special gear. Charles, the Apple Wizard. Let's switch to some rocking butt kickers, rocking side to side and kicking our booties. Charles, the Apple Wizard, opened a wormy apple wormhole and sent you to the deadly and exotic market known as Walmart. With the help of Old Man Wise, a Walmart greeter, you defeated the Lich King's agents, got your gear, and were transported to the edges of the spectral swamp. Once there, you saved a sailor and smuggler named Captain Grant Harkness from a voodoo Dalek's army. He smuggled you and Rin Tin Ricky to the Lich King's domain along with a shipment of punch and pie that was ordered by the Lich King for his cultists to celebrate their ritual. I mean, you gotta have some punch and pie if you're gonna have a party. You snuck into the castle mausoleum, got just outside the ritual room, then opened the door, and your cover was suddenly blown. You battled Sorcerer Annalise and an army of skeletons and survived so many bad skeleton puns. I'm sorry about that, you guys. The Lich King was devious, though, and finished his ritual, slamming the sword with the Queen's blood into a crimson fountain and unleashing the army of the damned. Okay, guys, that's the previously on. Shake it off, shake it off. It's time for the finale showdown, you guys. All you've got is your wits, a few items left from Walmart, and a battle corgi. If you're ready for this fight, throw a heart emoji up on the screen or write your battle cry into the comments. Also, while we're doing this, you guys, you're gonna get yourselves positioned, grab a quick drink of water, make sure the area around you is clear. There's nothing you're gonna knock over or damage. I love seeing those hearts rolling in. I also wanna give a huge shout out to all of our tippers who's making this show possible. If you'd like that I've made this weekly workout show, you can support it. The info for tipping is in the description for Venmo, PayPal, or our Patreon. That's also how you get a character named after you. That is if we go for a season 3. So let's do this, you guys. I'm seeing the battle cries coming in, and I'm seeing the hearts popping up. Leah says, you're not sorry about those puns. No, you're right, I'm not. And Steven, thank you for the tip, and I'm glad you're liking those Halloween puns too, my man. Steven, you've been incredible on here, bud. Tune in, I got something special for you later in the show too, Steven. All right, you guys, let's do this. So blood geysers up and falls like rain all around you. Rin Tin Ricky tries to hide under your legs, but is too big. Let's cast shield and protect ourselves from the falling blood from the fountain. So big sweeping arm motion side to side, big sweeping arms. Get those arms moving, you guys. Speaking of blood, I tried to donate blood the other day. It was such a pain. They were all like, whose blood is this? Where did it come from? Was the bucket that you filled even sanitized before you put the blood in there? Too much. So the rain falls all around you, cascading off your shield. The Lich King presses the sword deeper and deeper into the fountain. A banshee wail, shrill and blood-curdling, stabs your ears. Hands up by your head like you're covering your ears. Knees softly bent, bend at the waist, and bring it back up. We're warming up our hamstrings to keep those knees slightly bent, warming up our lower back, our glutes, our core. This is great if you've been sitting for a long period of time. Keep going, you guys. Speaking of things that I'd like to unhear, if red wine is the blood of Christ, I am not drinking white wine ever again. Ugh. The blood continues to cascade around. The screaming is so loud. Carvings in the stone floor gather falling blood into rivulets that condense into worms and snakes of crimson. These twist together, growing larger and fleshy, as if filling an intestinal casing. Everybody, high steps, knees nice and high, trying to get them all the way up to your chest if you can. But don't overdo it, we're still warming up as we avoid these gross blood intestines that are filling and forming around us. Ugh. Speaking of blood, my best friend died after he was in a car crash and they couldn't work out what blood type he was. He kept saying, be positive, be positive. But it's very hard in a situation like that. Rin Tin Ricky shreds the bloodworms at your feet, buying you precious seconds. Whatever the Lich King is doing, we need to stop him while he's distracted. So let's do this, you guys. Rapid fire some magic missiles at the Lich. So knees slightly bent, hands in at your side. Punch, punch, back and forth, nice and fast. Good, quick motions, you guys. Keep it going, keep it going. Doing good. Crank the music just a little bit to get us more pumped. Your spells bounce harmlessly off him. He cackles. Today, I take control of Hell's deepest, darkest army. You think your paltry magic can stop me? Okay, guys. Our magic missiles might not be able to do the trick. But what about the fountain? Maybe there is something we can do to disrupt the blood fountain. I see Annalise saying, how about season 3, since today's the finale? It has been a blast. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. We're going to find out if I do a season 3 or not. But we'll keep that going. Okay, guys, so we're trying to hit the fountain instead. Maybe we can ice it over with some rays of frost. So let's toss some rays of frost with some hook punches. Side, side. Imagine you're laying sheets of ice, with each strike harnessing your magic out and across the fountain, freezing it harder and deeper. Good work, you guys. Keep going with your hook punches. Ice crackles across the fountain. You're doing good, guys. Don't give up. Keep working hard. My grandfather always used to say, I put blood, sweat, and tears into everything I do. He was a great guy, but a terrible bartender. Dig deeper, you guys. Ice is forming across the fountain. A voice bubbles up. Thank you for releasing us, Ferguson. Named for Irma's cat. That is right, the Lich King is named after Irma's cat. She won. The Lich King snaps a hand to his face. That is no longer my name. You will call me the Lich King. There is a sharp crack, and your layers of ice are shattered. They can't hold back the blood geyser. Let's try to avoid those ice shards as it shatters. So side to side slips. Fists up like you're blocking, slipping side to side. Imagine those ice shards flying around you, you guys. Good work. You dodge shard after shard, each one dripping with hellish blood. The bloodworms around you begin twisting into horrid creatures. Some look like humans with 2 long limbs. Others form into massive centipedes. And still others become huge carrion birds with blood dripping from each wiggling feather. Let's scope it out, you guys. Twisting move, okay? So twisting to the side, to the side. My knees are slightly apart as I twist. I'm looking over, the twist is happening in the belly, and I follow it around with my head. Keep going, you guys. Did you know that if you took all of a human's blood vessels and you laid them out end to end, you would go to prison and they would make a documentary about you? You sicko. Keep going, you guys. You scope all around you, taking in the army of horrid creatures. Grace is saying, oh man, you're breaking out the big gun puns this show. Loving it. Thank you, Grayson. You are the pun master. Appreciate that. Laughter breaks through the shrill wailing happening around you. Yes, I can feel it. You're all mine. Mine! All will die and serve me. Another voice. As you command, Ferguson. The Lich King's laugh cuts short, and he whispers at the fountain. You will not call me Ferguson. Use my new name. To stop this madman, we're gonna need an army. You guys, we gotta get out of here. Everybody, jog in place. Jog in place. Oh shoot, we just got another tipper. Oh, thank you so much, Chelsea. I'd like to swim in that, Chelsea. You're awesome, I appreciate you. You sprint towards the hall, but the door, poof, slams shut. Not so fast, Wayfarer. You'll be the first to join my new army of the dead. The Lich flicks his head, and a blood serpent charges you. Move your way over to a wall, a chair, or on your knees for push-ups. If you're new to these, just do some wall push-ups. We're just warming it up, you guys. Maggie's saying if you laid someone's intestines end to end, they would die. That is true. Let's not test that. So wall push-ups, you guys, or on your knees. I'm gonna do them one-handy on this little tree over here. All right, you guys. The monster slams into you, the giant centipede. It is strong, so strong. And thousands of them are escaping from the blood fountain. The Lich King grins. Yes, Wayfarer, you can see it, feel it. You are no match for them. Your fight is hopeless. The blood centipedes, snapping jaws, fly at your face. Quickly throw up a shield spell. So legs wide apart. I'm gonna angle this slightly down so you can see that. Legs wide apart, arms wide, reaching across to the opposite knee. Imagine you're throwing up an arcane shield. If you can make it to the knee easily, try for the shin or the ankle or maybe even the toes. But start slow as we throw up that shield. Try to block the centipede. Good work, you guys. You're killing it. You're doing great. Speaking of insects, what did the bee say to the sushi? Wasabi. This is terrible. Behind you, the door to the hall inches open, and Captain Grant Harkness sneaks in. He whispers, "Time for a smuggler to play the ace up his sleeve." He reaches into a small box and pulls out a lemon meringue pie, the Lich King's weakness. The Lich King instantly has drool pouring down his skeletal jaw. Where he makes that drool, I don't know. The Lich King says, "Is that?" Grant smiles. "Nope. It's an apple surprise." He reaches through the cream topping, plucks out an apple, and throws the meringue into the centipede's face, and then tosses the apple your way. All right, you guys, we gotta reach and grab that apple that he is throwing. Leah, I agree, centipedes are horrifying. Every time I camp in a cave, I feel like one's just crawling on my face. So we're gonna reach for the apple. So you're gonna reach up high with one hand, bring the other knee up into almost a skipping motion, coming up onto the toes if you feel up to the challenge. Big reaches as you reach for the apple. Good work, you guys. You snatch the apple out of the air, and Charles, the apple wizard, calls out in your mind, "This is the last of my..." Oh, I don't know why I went like Colonel Sanders on that one. "This is the last wormy apple wormhole. It is the most powerful and goes all the way to the dimensional core. It won't last long, Wayfarer. Make it count." All right, you guys, let's eat that apple and see what magic Charles is sending our way. So uppercuts, bringing the apple up, and biting it as you eat it, apparently like a madman. But you can do it. Uppercuts, uppercuts. Bambi saying this is the best show ever. Thank you so much. Don't tell the people that make Stranger Things. I think they would disagree. You're doing great, you guys. Keep going. We got this. We need to thank Charles for the insider information. You bite into the apple. Air and space rips apart around you. A second later, Dame Juster leaps through mid-air, slashing the head off the centipede and landing in a crouch. Rin Tin Ricky barks with joy. She's followed by lines of soldiers. Dame Juster smirks. "Told you I'd find you, and I brought fire and fury." A roar shakes the room, and Dragon Reinhardt blasts through the portal. Everybody, let's duck out of the way as Reinhardt flies through. So squat slow and low. Start with your butt, bringing your booty back. Keeping your knees behind your toes, your head and shoulders up and looking towards the sky. You should not have a lot of weight in your toes as you do these. You want the weight to be in your heels. Good job with those squats, you guys. Queen Sandra comes through next in shining silver armor. She smirks. Don't look so surprised. We heard this party had punch and pie. This time, I thought I'd be the one to crash it. Now get that muscular booty of yours moving, Wayfarer. Remove that sword from the fountain. You guys, let's kick our butts into gear and get that sword. So depending on where you're at, you can do a rocking butt kick or a jogging butt kick. Your choice, you guys, but get your butts moving. Come on, Wayfarers. Charles sent us some backup. We need to look on the bright cider life. Hordes of giant blood monsters block your way. Juster and Rin Tin Ricky fight together in a dance of tooth and steel. Old Man Wise from the Walmart comes through next and loads canisters of ibuprofen and aspirin from your Walmart barrel into his shotgun. He blasts bloodworms, the anti-inflammatory and blood-thinning properties, making them deflate. Good work, you guys. A little bit of a push here, okay? So jogging for a moment, regular speed, get your heart rate back under control if you were doing the running butt kickers. They've cleared you a path, you guys. Dame Juster, Rin Tin Ricky, Old Man Wise. The way is open to the fountain. Let's get there. Fast feet, quick feet, quick feet. Reinhardt, the ancient purple dragon, cuts through the air, slams into the Lich King. But the monster barely moves. But barely is enough. The Lich releases the sword for a heartbeat. You leap and reach for it. You got this, guys. We're pushing it today. I hope you're getting warm in this warm-up. So reach your arms nice and high. If you want to hold one hand onto a wall or a chair, you're then going to tip forwards with your knees slightly bent, one leg back, coming up and down, then switching sides, okay? So one leg back, bring it up. Other leg back, bring it up. You can go just slightly forwards, or if you want to go all the way to a big reach forwards. Whatever works for you, go for that. And then go slightly past it to just push yourself a little. Good work, you guys. You are leaping through the air, reaching for the sword. Queen Sandra calls forth a paladin's benediction, and celestial spirits aid your leap. You shatter through unholy magics that burst into cascading sparks all around you. Your hand grasps the sword's pommel, yanks it free. You hit the ground in a roll, spin about to face the Lich, and say, "Hey Ferguson, let's dance." All right, you guys, warm up is complete. Grab a quick drink of water. You got the sword. Now it's time to tango with this Lich. Let's make this happen, you guys. Grab your drinks. Also, quick bit of warning. If you are using a sword, a stick, a whatever, don't hurt yourself. This is America, so I have to tell you this. Don't hurt yourself. Take a look at your surroundings too. Make sure you're not going to break a light bulb, ruin a table, knock something off the counter. Just check your surroundings real quick. Bambi saying, "Let's dance the last dance." I like that, Bambi. That's epic. Grab a quick drink of water, and then we're hitting it, you guys. Oh, yeah! And I also want to thank, we have another tipper that just came in. John, thank you. John, this is my John song. John! It isn't very long, but it's for John. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, weapons ready. Alan's saying, or hit a person. Yeah, if you're working out with another person, yeah, don't hit them unless you can take them out in one shot, because you don't want them to get you back. Adam's saying you're in the UK and I could totally get away with wounding myself. See, that is why we love the UK. Your guys' sense of humor, that's my favorite right there. I just realized I was drinking with my pinky out for a fancy workout. All right, you guys. Weapons ready. Whoosh. Let's make this happen, everyone. If you're ready, throw that heart emoji up on the screen, and let's do this. Let me know you haven't given up and you're ready for the big fight. Also, Brent Bigot, love you, man. Miss you out in Arizona. I see you tuning in out there, bud. All right, you guys, the blood fountain shatters, spilling gallons of water. Jennifer, thank you for the tip. You are amazing. The blood fountain shatters, spilling gallons of water all around your feet. The Lich King turns his skeletal face to you and shrieks, "What have you done?" While he's off balance, you attack. So here's what's gonna happen, guys. You're gonna take a slight step forwards, downward swing with the weapon, okay? Step the other foot forwards, downward swing. This is level 1. If you wanna go for level 3, as you step forwards all the way down, follow it to the ground, knee touches lightly to the ground. If you want to go for level 5, you're going to do a jump switch. So you go down, jump, okay? Pick the method that works for you. Your sword strikes true directly into the Lich King's skeletal face. White bone cracks from his forehead to the cavity where his nose would be, and a very different, now nasally voice, the Lich King Ferguson says, "Ah, is my nose bleeding? No, it's not." He turns to you, and flames crackle in his dark eyes. "Now I'll have to get a new nose from the olfactory." He claws at the air with bony hands and summons 100 lances of pure necrotic energy. They look like hardened booger spears. 100 of them, you guys. So level 1, new workout. We got to parry this attack. So level 1, you're going to have your weapon in front of you, and you're going to step 1 foot back. You're going to parry low. And then we're gonna do a step turn to the other side. So the other foot's forwards. Low, step turn. If you wanna go for level 3, you're gonna do a jump turn. So you're gonna go down, jump to the side, down, jump to the side, down, okay? If you wanna go for level 5, then you're gonna lower into a squat on that jump turn, okay? Pick your level, you guys. His magic is so powerful. Despite your best efforts, several lances hit you. Blood soaks your clothing. You wobble on your feet. And the last strike hits your chest, making you fall backwards onto your backside. All around you, your friends battle seemingly endless, bloody nightmares from hell's darkest depths. They're running on fumes. All right, you guys, you've been knocked onto your backside. So get down to the ground into a seated position with your legs forwards. I'm gonna come in close and adjust the camera. And Lee's saying this works really well with your samurai sword. That is awesome, and I want to see pictures. Okay, guys, you've been knocked down to your butts. So down on the ground, sitting upright. Your friends are running on fumes, but you can't give up. So, level 1 is gonna be sitting nice and tall. You're gonna downward strike forwards, come back slightly. Little bit of a sit up as you sit tall. Level 3, you're gonna go halfway back, bring it forwards. Halfway back, bring it forwards. Level 5, all the way back, all the way up. Pick your poison, guys. Level 1, level 3, level 5. You can see that you have to end this fight quick. All around you, your friends are falling. You roll to the side and struggle to your feet. Dark waves of energy pulse all around you. The Lich is summoning something horrible. They form into a 20-foot spiked mallet. The Lich sneers. "You might as well stay down, Wayfarer. I'm going to crush you into ground beef." Everybody rest for a moment. The mallet slams towards you, but Rin Tin Ricky jumps into its path. Your dog wails as it's crushed and its body rolls limply across the stone. Rest over, guys. Grab your weapon. One more round. Keep moving. You grip your sword with white-knuckled fury, and prismatic light pulls from Charles's warp tunnel to surround you. A translucent hand forms over your own. It's the hand of another wayfarer from another dimension. Friends who've been working out with you from a distance, sweating along with you. You see wayfarer Stephen Park, Kim Sandberg, and Jamie Williams lending you their strength. Everybody get to your feet. Your fellow wayfarers are here to help you. Get your weapon ready. The mallet's coming in for another swing. You've got to be able to withstand it. So level 1, you're coming up for a block with your weapon. You're then going to do a downward slice, uppercut slice. Switch what leg is in front. Block. Downward slice, uppercut. Level 3, you're going to bend your knee that's in the back and the front so that your back knee touches the ground. So you're going to block low, slice down, uppercut to standing. Switch. Block low, slice, uppercut up. If you want to go for level 5, try to stay on the toes of your front foot. So block, bring it down, slice, up, switch, up on the toes. That balance challenge to see if you're a samurai. Keep going, you guys. Adam Siles saying he is a homemade fire wand. That is really awesome. I'm all about that, dude. You go on the attack. You slice into the Lich King through scraps of flesh and stained bones. One of his hands is severed and flies off. He shrieks, "No! That was my dominant hand!" He begins casting with the other hand, but it's not as fast. He's attempting a high-level spell, though, teleport. We can't let him or these blood demons escape. You need to hit them with something big. And that's when suddenly your Walmart barrel bumps into your hip. There's only one item left in there, a squishy tube labeled banana boat. Extra strength, sunscreen. That's it. You need to bring some sunlight to these demons of hell. You cover yourself in the gloop and cast a max level sunburst. You guys, this is our last workout of the show, of this whole season. We're gonna dig deep for this one, okay? Grab a very quick drink of water. Last workout, everyone. Level 1, you're going to spin your blade, stab down, slight squat. Spin it over, spin your blade, stab down, okay? Level 1. Level 2, you're gonna go into a low squat so that your butt gets level with your knees as you stab down. If you are insane and you're going for level 5, jump squat. Jump, stab it down. Spin it, jump, stab it down. Jump, stab it down, okay? Pick your level. If you jump high enough, you might hit them with the sun and the moon. Your sword hums and glows brighter and brighter. The Lich blocks his eyes with his remaining hand and shrieks, "No! Ghouls don't want to have sun!" The other wayfarers join your magic with yours. More and more appear. Michaela, Wayfarer Patrick, Wayfarer Beth. You see Dame Juster, Old Man Wise, Queen Sandra, and the Dragon Reinhardt, all bleeding but fighting on. And Rinton Ricky, he gave his all. So can you. Your sword's tip glows blisteringly hot and shines like a star. You leap one final time. Everybody all together. One jump. Stab down. Good work. Light bursts from you in a physical wave. The Lich and every bloodworm horror are sunburned to ash. You can just hear a faint whisper. You son of a beach. Workout complete. You've blasted away the horrors, you guys. Everything around you is ash in a wave of destruction. If you survived this workout, let me know in the comments. This was not an easy one, you guys. You did great. We're doing something different tonight. We're going to continue the story. We're going to wrap it up during our cool down stretch because this was a big adventure. I also want to thank all the tippers for making this show possible. If you want to see a season 3, if you want me to create more of these, you can do that by voting with your dollar on PayPal and Venmo. Lets me know you value what I'm creating here and the time that goes into it. But let's keep our butts moving, everybody. So wide legs apart, reach high, roll down, knees softly bent. Do that a couple of times, okay? Charles's voice fills the room. The wormy apple wormhole is collapsing. Get out of there! Queen Sandra calls out. I told you the Wayfarer could pull it off. You hear Charles chuckle, and a single gold coin flips through the portal and into the Queen's hand. Let's switch to a tricep stretch. So arms straight out, bring it apart, hug it in, okay? Just like that. You, however, rush to Rin Tin Ricky's body. Your energetic, brave companion lays there completely still. You fall to your knees. Arm up for a tricep stretch. Grab the tag in the back, lengthen through the sides. Dame Juster calls out, Cleric! We need a cleric over here! Queen Sandra looks to Reinhardt and says, whatever your price is, I will pay it. Michelle, thank you for the tip. Really appreciate you. Switch arms, you guys. Hug the other one across. Other arm across, tricep stretch. The dragon nods, brings its massive head down to lightly touch Rin Tin Ricky. Queen Sandra lays her hand upon his side and whispers, you have served me more faithfully than any hound or human. You are a very good boy. Switch to a tricep stretch. Grab the tag behind, lengthen the sides. With these words, she pours divine energy into your furry friend, and Reinhardt breathes the breath of an ancient dragon into your dog's soul. Rin Tin Ricky glows, shakes himself, and jumps to his feet, licking everyone. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls. Imagine that slobber covering your body. He now has a pure white handprint mark on his fur where he received the ultimate petting. All right, guys, let's switch to a wrist stretch. So arms straight out in front of you, and then you're going to take your palms, pull them back like this. Try to pull your fingertips towards you as much as you can to lengthen and strengthen those wrists. Rin Tin Ricky, the ultimate good boy, makes it back. Your friends turn to you. Queen Sandra says, come with us, Wayfarer. Our kingdom would offer you all of our greatest riches and our friendships. Switch now to pulling your fingertips back towards you, like this. Strengthening the other side of your wrists. You look to the Queen. You'd love to stay. These people, these companions, have been the best. But they're one kingdom in a wide world, and you have a mission. Switch to hand rolls. Rolling out the wrists. So for now, you think for at least a few days, your mission can wait. You smile, knowing that for a little while, you'll get to relax with your friends and celebrate victory. And you return with them through the wormhole for a party that you truly hope involves 0 apples. Congratulations, everyone. Season 2 is complete. And I'm so proud of all of you wayfarers for lending your strength and helping all of us to get through these difficult times. I love all of you so much. Let's stretch a little bit more while our bodies are warm. Let's make this happen. Whew. So coming up next, you guys, let's do our fingers interlaced, okay? And stretch out. So what did you guys think? How did you like it? Did you like the conclusion? Melissa's saying, can Rintin Ricky breathe fire now? I don't know. We'll have to find out. What does having your own soul joined with an ancient dragon do to you? Oh, and Queen Sandra, thank you for the tip. Super appreciate you, Sandra. That is why you are my queen. Brantley with the super awesome name saying this was so good. Thank you, Brantley. I spent way too much time working on this. Let's put our fingertips behind our backs and lengthen open. We've been traveling cross country. We head north to Illinois to help Margaret's family. So for the last 2 weeks I've been on the road, and it has been so difficult to do these shows while traveling, trying to find somewhere with a connection, trying to dodge between storms too. So I'm really happy with how this all worked out. I'm hoping you guys had a good time with it too. Steve saying that was awesome and sweaty. Yeah, I'm sweating more from this workout than I think I have from any of these workouts. Oh, okay, good job, you guys. We just finished with those. So now let's switch to doing some standing cat-cow. So for a standing cat-cow, you're gonna bend your knees slightly. You're gonna arch and look up. Exhale, round down. Arch and look up. Exhale and look down. I'm gonna come in close. It'll look kind of awkward, but this way I can chat with you guys. Lexi saying that you love my writing so much, and I love your writing, Lexi. Every time you create those Barely Balanced books, they just blow my mind. She writes some of the coolest fanfic that I'm like, we gotta just publish these, for you guys, because she does such a good job with them. Just a couple more, you guys. This is gonna help if you've been sitting too much. Helps to loosen up that lower back. Just a couple of more. And I see Grant on here saying he had so much fun. I'm so glad. It was fun getting to create you as a character, as the secret smuggler. At certain points giving us away, and at other points helping us so much. Okay, you guys, let's next do a little bit of a quad stretch. You can hold on to a wall or a chair if you would like. Let's pull one leg in and then hug it in towards your butt while keeping your knee in tight. If you can't do this, if this is too much, you can always wrap a cloth in the back to help pull it, or just sit on the ground and come into a lunge here, and then come down this way too. I like this because I get a little bit of a stretch in here as well, which, whew, that feels good after doing all of those squats. So let's go into a little bit of that, and I'm gonna lower this so we can hang out together while we stretch. Stacy saying, thank you for getting my lazy butt moving. I hope you continue doing these. Oh, and Emily, thank you for the tip. Emily, I super appreciate that. Oh, and you too, Irma. I'm glad that you liked having your cat Ferguson honored in this story. I feel like if there was ever going to be a villain, it would be the spirit of a cat that would make that villain. Okay, so let's press back, you guys. Straighten out your leg in front of you. Nice and tall, chest up, head up, leg straight. Gently come forwards. Maybe your hand comes to your knees, maybe to the shins, maybe the toes. Whatever works. Just hold it for a second, breathe. Russell's saying that your Wi-Fi kept cutting out. Do not worry, Russell. You will be able to watch this later on our Facebook or on our YouTube. All the previous episodes of the last 2 seasons are available on both. Oh, and Kim, thank you for the tip. I'm glad that you liked your cameo in the show. You lending our strength to help us. Okay, come out of that. Let's do one more time, bringing that forwards, setting the hip down. Oh, I'm getting the sun hitting me. I'm kind of getting that Guy Noir look. Of all the bars in all the towns. That's not Guy Noir, that's Casablanca. That's not even the right line. I'm so tired, you guys. All right, one more time, straighten the leg. So we got off the road last night real late, and we spent all day today setting up and with me prepping for the show. And we don't have any food in the house, so we had some like old ramen noodles and a can of clams. So we cooked up the ramen noodles and the clams and ate that, and then we had some peanut butter and jelly, so I just ate like a bowl of peanut butter and jelly. So I'm excited to get some real food as we actually get settled back in. Okay, switch legs, you guys. Bring your other leg forwards, either hug it in for the quad stretch or come down here into the lunge. And let's sit that hip forwards. Bambi's saying you should put them into a workout video to sell at the Ren Fair. Thank you for believing in this show like that. We talked a little bit about that, about like filming these with like several cameras and doing a more, I guess like higher budget version of this, which I think would be super fun to do. Lexi's saying model medium. Change my name to medium. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's just for men. All right, bring it back, you guys. Straighten the leg. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders tall, ribs even. You're not hunching to one side or the other. And then come forwards, keeping your chest up. And again, if your hands come to your knees, your shins, your toes, wherever is fine. Just breathe and let the stretch happen. Lexi's saying, is there an address I can send you guys some food? That is so sweet of you. Thank you. We will get some food. That is our plan tomorrow. Now that we're finally like back and in our place, we got to stock back up on everything. We had to clean out the fridge and all that before we left. Maggie's saying you could put it on Patreon. Maggie, that is so true. We have a bunch of videos on our Patreon if you guys haven't seen it yet. Margaret, me, Jimmy, Ari, we've all made a bunch of different workout videos that are exclusive to Patreon. So if you want to work out with us more, there's a bunch on there. Margaret just did a really funny one that's all about getting better boobs. It's got so many puns in it. It's great. I'm blown away by how good of a job she did. Okay, come out of that. Let's bring the hip forwards one more time. Such a good job. Oh, just loving this, you guys. Feels good to stretch after all that. So if the show does continue, I'm going to kind of base that just seeing, monetarily kind of where we're at with everything that's going on and the time that goes into making these happen. If it does continue, then I might take the next 2 weeks to do one-offs. We'll see. I'm thinking about possibly doing a Star Trek one-off episode, and then maybe an Avatar: The Last Airbender one-off that my buddy Patrick Gross already helped write some stuff for. And then after that, if it's looking good, we'll go for a season 3, but I'm not sure with what else we have going on with Barely Balanced and with our training and COVID and everything else kind of where we're at. So we'll base it on those things. Let's do a glute stretch next, you guys. Glute stretch to finish it off, our last stretch of the day with each other. I'm gonna lower this down even more so I can hang out with you guys. Make the camera a little quieter. I think the next thing I need is a better tripod that I can adjust quicker. All right, guys, so glute stretch time. You got a couple of options. Option 1, you can sit nice and tall like this with your knees up. You can bring one leg over the knee and then sit down and bring that knee in towards your chest. If that doesn't work for you, you can lay on your back, reach through the leg into a figure 4 stretch, and then gently pull the leg in while using your elbow here to push the knee away. Another option is to sit cross-legged with one leg up on the knee and then slowly let that knee come down, gentle. Pick the method that works for you, okay? I'm gonna come in with one of these, that way I can be closer to the camera and chat with you guys. And that says that the Patreon videos are super power-packed. Yeah, thank you, Margaret. Dude, she knows so much about working out, and her workouts, they get pretty wild. She's got some really good ones on there. I feel like mine are all silly. I've got one that's like you just basically playing with a basketball, doing different dumb things, but it gets you sweating and you're having fun. I did another one that's all with plastic grocery bags. And it's so weird and silly. You look like you're just playing with the garbage. I kind of love it. And that's saying Star Trek, make it so. Yes, yeah, we did a special Zoom party for a Star Trek group that loves the Ren Fair, and we had so much fun creating so many different nerd jokes. All right, switch sides, you guys. Other leg, other side. We had so much fun with that we were like, this could be a fun thing to do for a workout too. There's so many good puns. Dave saying Star Trek would be awesome. Definitely would tune in for that. That's awesome, man. It's good to know what you guys are also into, because I know we have a lot of different types of nerds and geeks that tune in for this show. And I'm such a huge nerd. I feel like I just love a little bit of everything. So it's good to see where you guys are at on these. We're gonna hold this for just one more moment, you guys. Before we wrap things up, I do want to say thank you to every person who has tipped during the course of these 2 seasons of this show. The ones who are making this thing happen. It's just been amazing. If you, however, though, cannot tip, but you've been enjoying this show and you want to help us in this crazy time, something you can do is share the video. Share it with your friends on groups that you're a part of that are into Ren Fair or D&D or other nerdy things. Helps get the word out about the show. And boy, do I understand not being able to tip right now. Just doing the best you can, you know? That's all we can do. Let's come out of that slowly, you guys. And let's bring it in for one fist bump. End of the season. This is it, you guys. You did it. You made it through another Monday. You got yourself to move, to sweat. You challenged yourself to level up in real life. And that's huge. Doesn't matter how fast you did it. Doesn't matter what level you picked. Just getting off the couch laps everybody who's still sitting there on it. And it's only Monday. You have an entire week ahead of you to get out there, make some magic, and be a hero. So one last time, from me to all of you, love you guys. Cannot wait for shows to open back up so we can party and scream in person. Until then, I will hopefully see you back here next Monday for your workout comedy show. Bye, everyone.